Hello, and welcome to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard, and I'm glad that you could join us here for another segment. We're going to have a health suppliers segment, have a conversation with Jude Bond, CEO of Cannaphyll Hemp-Infused Topicals. He's joining us on the program to talk about Cannaphyll's patent-pending blend of organic Phylloceuticals. Welcome to the program, Jude. How are you?
I'm doing great, Neil. How are you?
I'm doing well, and I'm grateful that you took the time this morning to join us here on Health Professional Radio and tell all our listeners a little bit about yourself and about your company, Cannaphyll.
I sure will. Thanks, Neil. Well, my name is Jude, and I'm the CEO of Cannaphyll, as you said. We're a small sort of boutique manufacturer of hemp-infused topicals. Right now, we're specifically focusing on our signature topical cream, but it's a CBD-based all-around topical for skin, muscles, body, joints and nerves.
That covers a lot of area.
Yes, it does. Literally.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, let's talk just a bit about CBD. What is it about CBD that makes it so special, and why we're hearing so much about CBD?
Well, please keep in mind, Neil, that I'm not a health professional per se, but CBD is one of the cannabinoids found in the hemp plant. Most CBD comes from the industrial version of the plant, in which the THC is either stripped out or largely non-existent. So CBD has no psychoactive element to it, so you can apply it, ingest it, that sort of thing without any confusion, as you will, but still get the benefits of the endocannabinoid uptake that you have, where it's the way the cannabinoids act on the, brain receptors and nerve receptors in your body, where it encourages the production of an endocannabinoid release and response. It's really sort of way beyond my, let's say, pay grade, as it were.
Well, when you talked about the topicals being effective on joints, for skin, for all sorts of things, that's all sorts of people being able to benefit from this topical. You're the CEO of this company, Cannaphyll. How long has this company been in existence?
Well, technically, the company, Cannaphyll, has been in existence for about a year and a half. We've been working on this product, Kim, my partner, and I, for well over 2 years, and she the product many years ago for palliative effects during her mother's final years. So it started off as a palliative measure to help a loved one, and sort of expanded beyond that into something that we're marketing sort of much more broadly to the general public, which we're able to do now since the passage of the 2018 hemp bill, which allowed for the production of industrial hemp and production of CBD to be put into things like topicals and whatnot.
I'm wondering, how can it help the joint? Does it help a joint at the same time that it helps maybe a rash or something that someone has?
Well, keep in mind, of course, the skin is the largest organ, and the way that Cannaphyll is designed, it's not designed to be a moisturizer. It doesn't have menthol in it. It's really been designed to permeate your skin and deliver the strongest CBD that we can on the market. We have the most powerful CBD topical cream you'll find on the market, and it's really designed to penetrate the skin and get into that tissue area where it can start working. And so if you apply it, I've used it for everything from carpal tunnel to, frankly, a skull injury and a back injury. A lot of other people I know use it for arthritis, and even for radiation, post-radiation treatment.
When you're talking about potency, the strongest type of topical, let's compare amounts, milligrams, things of that nature. How would one know that they're getting more CBD in their topical?
That's a really good question.
What would I look for?
Well, when I say ours is the most powerful, it's because we have 1,000 milligrams of CBD in each ounce jar. So in each single ounce, there's 1,000 milligrams. A lot of the other ones that you'll see will perhaps have 330 milligrams in an ounce, or 150 in a half ounce, or sometimes occasionally you'll see 1,000 milligrams, but if you look at the size of the jar, it's often 2 ounces, 4 ounces. So when I say the most powerful, we really do have the highest concentration of CBD in our cream per ounce. And we use a very premium, organically grown hemp plant that produces a really 97% pure extract. And it's because of that modest impurity, which is comprised of other cannabinoids like CBC and CBN, which are in fact in their own right beneficial for the body. That's why it's just hemp extract, as it were.
Now, this extract, is it actually the carrier? What are you using to carry this potent CBD?
That's a great question. So that comes down to our base ingredients. So of course, this 97% pure distillate. When we use a whole plant distillate, so that's the entire plant is used to create this, and we suspend it in a cream that's made of aloe, sunflower oil, and also a major component of it is elderberry, which has its own beneficial purposes, as well as it helps with the sort of uptake and bioavailability of the CBD we found. We've done a lot of tests over the years with different blends, and we found that to be a really helpful component. So that's the lion's share of what's in there, and then there's other things. There's an extract of bergamot and lavender, some stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty strong and pretty basic.
Let's wrap with describing your feedback on how it feels once it's applied in nature. Are we talking a greasy type of feel, or is it something that kind of quickly absorbs? Well,
it's not at all like a salve or a balm. This is it's a really light cream, but it doesn't sit on the skin as you'll see a lot of creams do, particularly moisturizing creams and that sort. As I said, it's really been designed to be quickly and deeply absorbed into the skin and the tissue beyond that. So you'll find you take a little bit and you rub it in, and it disappears and it's in there pretty fast and without any real greasy after effect.
Well, give our listeners a website where we can go and learn a lot more about your company, about your products. And let's talk briefly about availability. Is it available simply online, or can we pick it up by other means?
It is available online at Cannaphyll.com, and that's CANNAPHYLL.com. That is where it's available now. We are working on getting retail distribution as well as clearance on Amazon. A lot of these things are taking some extra time because of regulatory issues, but I think we'll see the market really open up. But again, the best and only place right now to get it is at Cannaphyll.com, CANNAPHYLL.com. But I hope that you'll be able to see it at your local store very soon, too.
Jude, thank you so much for joining us here on Health Professional Radio for this Health Suppliers segment.
Well, thanks so much, Neil. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me about Cannaphyll.
You've been listening to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard, for this Health Suppliers segment in conversation with Jude Bond, CEO of Cannaphyll Hemp-Infused Topicals. Transcripts and audio of this program are available at hpr.fm and healthprofessionalradio.com.au. You can also subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, listen in, download at SoundCloud, and be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com, Health Professional Radio.